Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's Iran, and so while we are waiting for Star Citizen to recover, as you can see, it's having a server error. We don't know how long that's going to last, so we'll just be reacting to a game that I'm looking forward to. It's called Memoriapolis. It's like a city building game with 4X at the same time, set on various eras. So here we go. Let's check it out. I absolutely love the design, by the way.
Bonjour builders, I'm Margot, game designer on Memoriapolis. Let's take a look together.
Yeah, it's a
inside
French
the
game.
Memoriapolis is the perfect balance between city building, history, and strategy.
Well, we'll see about that.
In this game, you are the leader of a dynasty that builds and controls his city through 4 edges, which are
I like the different perks that we have here that are going to also define how your city is going to operate at the start. That's really
Middle
cool.
Ages, Renaissance, and the Age of Enlightenment. Your objective will be to settle your dynasty and make your city grow until you reach the status of capital of capitals. If you want to remain in power, you better listen to your people and your family as well.
That's a cool different. It's like something that's going to be similar to Crusader King as well, right? It's like this balance of doing the right thing for your grand plan, but at the same time placating the people who help you stay in power.
Several mechanics are still quite new. First, what sets the game apart is its system of organic growth based on the construction pattern of your European city.
Yeah, that's something that I really don't like in a lot of city building games is it's like very often you end up with a grid and it just doesn't feel organic at all. And here that's something that they're trying to avoid doing in this game, and I like that.
Which really adds to a realistic game experience. Secondly, we have the subtle alliance between construction and history. That's why an important part of the game is that the city evolves through time. Traces from one age can be found and integrated into the next one.
Oh, I like that. I like that. And that's something that, you know, in Age of Empires, you play Age of Empires, you know, once you change age, then all of your buildings, they all evolve and you have no trace of older age. I'm glad that they're keeping this here.
Finally, the dynamics in the city revolve around novel aspects such as the notion of culture. It's used to encompass communities with the same values and needs. We currently have 6 cultures that are represented, which are the military, religion, politics and production, trade, and education.
Well, these are not really cultures, it's more like, yeah, traits, yeah.
Depending on what you build, it will affect the dominant cultures present in your city. Each age brings its own game mechanics and its own set of opportunities and challenges for the player's dynastic phase.
That's really cool, and I like those games where you have, you know, different ages and your game changes as you progress throughout the game. It breaks repetitivity and adds new challenges. It's
During
a very
Antiquity,
smart way
you
to
will
keep
get
on
to start from
playing
scratch
it
and familiarize yourself
and player
with all
engagement.
the important elements of the game. These include the expansion and the construction system, the factions, which are the major influential communities in the city, but also trade roads and politics. Just everything you need to know to build the best town ever. The age transition will impact the construction you've made previously, and you will need to decide what traces of the past you wish to keep.
Oh, now, can we build several of them, or is it just one and then we move on?
During the
Look at that. This is so cool. This little town here, it looks really nice.
Middle Ages, for example, you can decide to keep or expand your antique ramparts to protect yourself from barbarian threats. Anyway, remember, your choices also shape your town's future. Ignoring or influencing the fall of Constantinople
Oh, so they really have those real historical references.
comes with consequences. Of course, we took inspiration from both large-scale city builders and strategic game using an historical background. We also based
That's
on
good, and we can tell that they are definitely, you know, borrowing a couple of things from definitely civilizations, Age of Empires, but also a little bit. I see a little bit. I'm not gonna say City Skylines, of course, no, right? But Farthest Frontier, I see a little bit as well in
And
there.
a lot of documents and representation of historical capitals. Players should
I love that you have that, that fortress here, and the streets are built around it. That's really cool.
have fun finding all the historical references in a work. They should also enjoy having the choices between following the rules of an historic city or creating their own path. Your city is a growing, living city. Your inhabitants will have needs and expectations. Of course, you will have to ensure that they have sufficient resources to survive.
Yes, yes, the economy is super important in these kind of games. And I really hope it's very fleshed out. I see that there's already trading. I hope that there are going to be other towns that we're going to be able to trade
To do
with.
so, at the beginning of the game, you will have to rely on buildings such as farm, cutting camps, and quarries.
Yeah, basic
to
resources,
ensure your
of course.
pioneer's livelihood. At times, faction may request decisions from you, and you will then face the choices to comply or disregard their desire, each with its own risk. Either way, you will face challenges from resource shortage to incidents that can threaten your position. No, it's top secret. But I can tell you that you will have to deal with historical events. For
Now
example,
we've seen that, right? For example, this is the plague here. We've seen the fall of Constantinople. That's good. That's good, and it's going to also give a really good idea as of where we are exactly throughout the game. Now, I wonder if the game is going to have like an actual limit.
well, how will you react?
Looks like it is. It's 1896. Seems like is it turn-based? That's what I'm afraid of. I hope the game is not turn-based.
When the Black Death come knocking. And beyond that, you will also have to manage internal events such as riot and strike that could have you lose the game. But don't worry, carnivals and neighborhood festivals are never far away. You manage it through construction and political decision as well. Our team of game designers introduced different types of buildings with different roles in the game. Some represent the basis of your city's economy, others can boost the expansion of your town.
Nice.
Your final goal is to build one magnificent monument.
Oh, of course, right? It wouldn't be a city building / strategy game without wonders.
Wonders show off your wealth and power through the ages. For example, you can build Notre Dame de Paris, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and the Windsor Castle.
Yeah, it definitely looks good on the city here.
As for politics, you have administrative and political centers to interact with your population. Take the Senatus, for instance. Once built, you can propose and fund decrees which will impact the town for short periods.
Oh, so they're gonna give. That's how you're gonna get short-term perks there.
Citizens need a minimum level of what we call satisfactions to be happy.
So yeah, I guess you bring them food. Yeah, there you go. Health, safety, belonging. So what? Oh, so it's like the sense that they belong to the city. Esteem and creativity. So you have to make them
Have
proud.
health, safety, belonging, esteem, and creativity. You can influence public satisfaction and its level by building the appropriate monuments. For example, during the Middle Ages, people will feel safer if you build a fortress. Depending on what you choose to do,
Or maybe I saw a monastery as well.
bonuses and penalties of varying importance can be applied to your city, so always be aware. Thank you for your attention. That's it for
That looks pretty good. I'm definitely going to give it a try when it comes out.